The economic news in Venezuela right now is the introduction of new salaries and fixed prices for a lot of the goods that Venezuelans do consume. Now, Venezuela has been under tremendous assault by the United States and other imperialist powers for daring to create a society that wasn't beneficial for them, but for their own people as well. Now, that kind of history, we've gone over this dozens of times. There's no need to go into it now. Well, the government created what was called the 100-day, or an economic recovery plan, and it's just finished its first 100 days. And one of the things that has been announced by Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro is an increase in salaries for people and price fixing of certain goods. And there's a very good reason why these are there. During a live televised address, Maduro explained that the reforms introduced in August, which included a monetary reconversion and exchange rate devaluation, pegging the currency to the petro, the cryptocurrency, and a massive salary increase, were in need of a correction factor. The minimum wage was raised by 150% from 1,800 to 4,500 bolivars, while other bonus and subsidies such as the Homes of the Homeland and the Chama Juvenil Youth Employment Program were adjusted by the same factor. Now, the president certainly did take responsibility for the government failing to deal with the criminal dollar black market that has been the major driving factor behind hyperinflation. Now, I did write a paper on that a little while ago, so I'm not going to bother repeating that now. Essentially, there's a trick that you can use with the currency, sending it out and then bringing it back for more than you had given it out for. And this was something that a lot of the bourgeoisie inside of Venezuela were doing to earn some extra money while causing inflation. But essentially, this is kind of, in this situation for Venezuela, is the right thing to do. Obviously, people need a greater income. And if you raise the income, what's going to happen? The prices of things are going to go up as well. I mean, this is a simple supply and demand market mechanism. This is like capitalism 101. See, now the problem is that it will go up. And that you, in turn, need to control those prices somehow to not end up in an inflationary situation. And inflation is not when there's more money in the system, but when there's a general increase in the average price. So this is something that essentially Venezuela would have to do. If they're going to raise the wages, then they are going to have to control the prices, or the prices are going to get out of control. At the very least, they'll increase at the same rate that the wages went up. So, I mean, again, this is Venezuela trying to do the best that it can with a bad situation because they don't have 100% control over the economy. Maduro said that he asked that the businesses and businessmen, the bourgeoisie, respect the price controls that they have placed in there to deal with the things that the businessmen have caused to begin with. I mean, this really does tell us, it reminds us really that we can't just sit here and do social democratic reforms, that we really need to do revolution. And Venezuela has needed to do so for a very long time now. And much of what they're doing right now is just allowing them to barely hang on because they won't take that last step and actually overthrow the bourgeoisie in the country. They stick to their social democratic legalism. It's their choice of what system they want to go with, but that doesn't mean it's above criticism or even above, having serious errors inside of it. So, to the Venezuelan people, I sincerely hope you do better. I mean, this is something Venezuela could do. You do have to do the price controls along with the wage increases, but I sincerely hope that the Venezuelan people are willing to take much more radical steps.
Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.